Today's sponsor is Gamefly, where you can find over 8,000 new releases, as well as classic games, available to rent for a low monthly fee. Sign up for a free month at gameflyoffer.com/SBFVGS. Welcome to Spooky Best Friends Video Game Sleepover, episode 79. You're listening to the listening to the #1 video game podcast on the internet that features my best friends. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Redding. Joining me is Mike, the Platinum Poltergeist Lopez.
Oh man, that's spooky too. I love it. Very on theme.
Adam, that was so spooky. It was too spooky.
And David, Big Spooky Tate.
Hi, that's me. I'm spooky and big, apparently.
Well, instead of Big City Tate, you're Big Spooky Tate.
Oh, I get it now. Hey, thank you for that introduction, Adam Spooky Songmaker Redding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Was that good? Was that a good one? You like it?
I like it. Okay. I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it. Whew. So as you may have noticed, we have entered Spooktober. And so we have a very spooky theme. We're all going to be playing spooky games pretty soon here.
Yeah, streaming them, right?
Streaming stuff.
I'm streaming some spooky games. I think you guys should probably stream some spooky games.
It's a month of spooky here on SBFVGS, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
So
they gave us Outlast, but that's a news item we'll get to later.
Yeah. So. But before that, the Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover. Oh, pardon me. The Spooky Best Friends Video Game Sleepover podcast comes to you every fortnight, with each of us coming to the table to discuss one burning topic from the world of gaming. But first, what are you gents playing at?
You change one word in there, and the whole thing just goes awry.
That's what happened.
I've got to memorize this one way.
Yeah.
So what are you guys playing?
I'll go because my list is pretty short. So I have been playing Destiny 2, lots and lots of Destiny 2.
Is that spooky?
What?
Is that spooky?
No, but there probably will be a Halloween event for Destiny 2, because Destiny 1 every Halloween, I forget what they called it, but there was like they would change the way the tower looked in Destiny 1 and make it like extra spooky and have like candles floating around, and it was a good time. So hopefully they've got something like that planned in the social space in Destiny 2, and maybe there'll be some like, you can get some masks of some characters or something, because that's kind of the form Destiny 1's Halloween events took. But also because I've been playing so much Destiny 2, I happened to find some Pop-Tarts with the Destiny with the Destiny XP boost. There it is right there.
That XP, but you got to save that. That's a collector's item.
Yeah, I'm going to can I not eat it?
No. You got to leave it untouched.
Oh no.
Really?
Mint in box.
Yeah, mint and dish.
Do people save Pop-Tarts? Do people save food items as collectors items?
You can sell it like years down the line, mint in box. It's just like it just smells.
The
it's
person
rotting
that
in
buys
there.
It tries to eat it and then they die of food poisoning. So yeah, lots and lots of Destiny 2. Beat the raid finally. I literally spent an entire weekend trying to beat the raid, and then we finally got it. And I can just see Mike's face light up in delight at the sound of our raid completion.
Would you say the agony of defeat, like when you didn't win, was the agony of defeat exquisite? Would you say?
No, I wouldn't put it exactly that way. I will say this raid is the most brutal raid that they've ever had in Destiny, and hopefully they don't ever make one that requires as much precision. Because the problem with precision in video games is that video games tend to glitch out. Even the most precise video game has a glitch here and there. And so a lot of times when we would die in the raid, it would be because of a glitch of some kind. So, anyway, all that said, we beat it finally after a whole weekend. And now tonight, before we recorded, we did 2 parts of the raid in less than an hour. So once you like start to get it down, it starts to be a little, more manageable. So
you're back in. You're back in the mix.
We're back in the mix. Gosh. We're in the swing of things.
So here's a question that I might regret asking later.
Yeah, you're actually asking me a Destiny question. This is amazing.
I'm trying to meet you halfway. So when you do these raids, does it have to be like a one shot deal, or can you like stop partway through and come back to it, or how does that work?
Yeah, okay, so it's broken up into like 4 or 5 sections. I think it's 5. I'd have to count them, and nobody wants me to do that. It's either 4 or 5 different sections. I think it's 4 and then a boss fight, like a final boss fight.
Okay, you said you weren't going to count, now you're counting.
Well,
so.
I'm just guessing. I didn't count. I could have gone through and listed all of them in my head, but so if you finish an encounter, it saves a checkpoint, and then you keep that checkpoint for the rest of the week until you beat the next part, and then you get another checkpoint, and then you beat the next part, you get another checkpoint. So you can like leave, you can go to bed, and you can start back over from that checkpoint. As long as you're the party leader, you can start from that checkpoint no matter who you're with. So, so you don't have to do it all in one go, but it resets every week. So you can start progress on Tuesday, and then any progress that you, like, if you don't finish it by the next Tuesday, it resets again, and you have to start from the beginning again.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually a really cool system that they've worked out. It's just a very hard raid. Anyway, that's enough about Destiny 2. We talked about it plenty last episode. Mike's nodding in agreement. He is sick of Destiny 2. So that's fine. Mike and I also played a game called Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah, we did.
My gosh.
And we did a couple videos of that are on our YouTube channel. And basically that game is a PUBG like game. Well, that's actually our topic, so we're not going to get too deep into how we feel about that. But it is a PUBG adjacent game that you spawn into a map, and there's 100 people, and it's your goal to kill everyone, and you be the last person standing. And if you do that, then you win. And I don't know what you win in this game, but in PUBG, it's a chicken dinner.
We didn't do that. We didn't win.
No, we definitely didn't win. We came pretty close, though. Surprisingly
we got pretty close. That's true.
Spoiler alert. So if you want to watch those videos, they're over at youtube.com/SBFVGS. And a quick side note about that is YouTube made this change recently where they removed all monetization from any channel that has less than a certain number of views. And we happen to be below that threshold, so they took all our monetization away. So all that to say, why don't you go look at a video and get us one of those sweet views on our channel?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So go to youtube.com/SBFVGS. This is my shameless self-promotion. To try to get that. If
each one of you just simply goes and watches every last video on there, then we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll get over that hump real quick. Anyway, and also one other game. I bought Metroid: Samus Returns on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Because I went out of town one of the weekends and I wanted something to play, so I brought my.
Wait, whoa! I thought you were gonna bring the Switch and finish Zelda.
I was, and I didn't, because I don't want it. I don't want it to end. I want it to last forever.
So I still have a chance to beat it before you.
Yeah, you do. You do have a chance. It's a remote chance, though. But you have a chance.
Because I've been playing basically nothing but Obduction, so it makes it hard to beat Zelda for some reason when I do that.
Yeah, well, Metroid: Samus Returns, very good. I would give it. I mean, I haven't beaten it, obviously, but I would call this my favorite Metroid game, except for one tiny little problem. It's on the 3DS. I'm so bummed that it's not on the Switch. Like, even like just sitting there playing it, I'm thinking, man, this is really fun. Oh man, imagine how fun it would have been on the Switch, though. So
it's really crazy to me that didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. So.
And maybe they'll like make a slick version for the Switch. That would be cool.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a chance that like they told the developer, "Hey, we're making a Switch that's also a portable system. Why don't you go ahead and make all those assets, in 720p quality or 1080p quality too."
Did they? Oh no, did they not make this one in house?
Well, So Nintendo's doing this new thing now. They've been doing it for a little while. With Retro, they did it too, where they take... I think Rare was like this too, where it's a separate studio that is not owned by Nintendo, but they send like executive producers and game directors to the studio to work with the studio. So this was what is the name of this developer? I'm going to look it up really quick. They've worked on Castlevania games before, though. It was developed by Mercury Steam.
Oh yeah, isn't that the same people who made the one that everyone hated?
Lords of Shadow?
No, I think he's talking about was it Federation Force?
No,
I was thinking of that Other M.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't make any of those.
No, they didn't make that.
No, they didn't make any of those. Some of the other games are Clive Barker's Jericho, which Adam, I believe your composer friend worked on.
Oh yeah.
And Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, Lords of Shadow 2, American McGee Presents Scrapland. I've never even heard of that game.
Oh yeah, Other M was made by Team Ninja. And Nintendo.
Yeah, Team Ninja, which they still have an amazing career. So, they're doing okay.
They're doing quite all right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good time, and I'm done. That's all I've been playing.
Cool.
So
that's pretty sweet. What about you, Mike?
So I feel like I should address the elephant in the room, at least for me.
Yeah.
So we're doing some video stuff as a little test tonight.
Test, yeah.
Yeah, it's making me incredibly self-conscious to see my high resolution face like staring back at me. I don't like it one bit.
Mike.
It's on my monitor. What am I supposed to do?
Tab away.
I don't know how to turn it off. I'm not very technically savvy.
Don't you work in
You're
IT?
a tech.
Well, no, not anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Uh-oh. All right, I fixed it.
What happened to Mike?
Don't worry about what that was.
Can you just pull show notes up over the Skypes?
Yeah, but then I get conscious like, well, what am I doing with my face?
Don't worry about it.
I better take a peek.
Your face
All
looks
right. Well,
handsome, Mike.
this is bad audio now.
Maybe our listeners will get to see it someday if this test goes well.
No, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Probably not this one.
So I have been playing. Actually, I beat Uncharted: Lost Legacy.
Oh.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Are you ready to give it a pizza rating?
Yeah. Well, taco rating for me. But,
I'm sorry. No, but you have to give it a pizza rating. I'm sorry.
5 out of 5 tacos.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Wow,
I really liked it.
Really? So 5 out of 5 tacos. What did it do better or different than Uncharted 4?
It was kind of just like telling a new story. Like the mechanics are effectively the same. It's like an extension of Uncharted 4. So it's not like it's going to do something completely different than Uncharted 4. Mm-hmm. Although I think environment-wise, they really stepped it up, which is really saying something because Uncharted 4 has some amazing environments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like just the sheer amount of like foliage and attention to detail is really incredible in this game. So
and they definitely
put a lot of effort to it. This was not like, something they threw together in a few months. Like it looks amazing.
And they definitely poke fun. They poke fun at some of the tropes of the series in this, as you probably picked up on. I thought those moments were really cool.
There's just, it's just they're fantastic visuals. It's got that really solid Uncharted 4 gameplay. Mm-hmm. It has excellent writing.
It looks
I was just a fan through and through.
Does photo mode take place through a mobile phone that you have? I just watched Chloe take a picture with her phone.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's just in the game. Like there are sections that if you find, she will prompt to take a picture with her phone. And she stores some photos on her phone, but that's not necessarily the photo mode. Like there's a full blown photo mode, just like Uncharted 4 had.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And of course, as we talked about on one of the previous episodes, like the photo mode for Lost Legacy is amazing because you can click into it at any time. So you could be like jumping on the back of someone like about to break their neck and then snap into photo mode and then have her make like a super goofy face and take like the craziest picture. It's the most wonderful thing.
Why didn't you post any pictures like that, Adam?
So that was, and Mike, you can probably speak to this.
Yeah, we were kind of in the same boat. Adam and I had talked about this a together, and we both took a lot of photos, and there's some really good ones in there.
Yeah.
But I also feel like this game is it's not incredibly long.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost feel like me posting any photos would be kind of spoilery.
Yeah.
Even innocuous ones. There's so many cool environments like as you move into them that are just kind of awesome to explore on your own for the first time that I kind of wanted to wait and not even post photos of this game until later on. But I will.
That was a thing for me. Like I had to like very carefully crop things out of the photos I did post because I didn't want to spoil anything for people. Because
you guys,
for us, Uncharted, that's sacred ground. You don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
So
beyond that, really cool game. Highly recommend to pick it up if you haven't done so already. And I feel like if you're an Uncharted fan, you owe it to yourself to definitely pick that one up.
Yeah. And if you felt like Uncharted 4 was a little too long, like David, this is perfect length. It's like, well, how much time did you end up putting into it?
I probably put like 9 hours into it. I spent a lot of time kind of exploring the more open areas.
Yeah.
And doing little treasure hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
so I spent more time than probably most people do, but
Now, what if you're like me and you thought Uncharted 4 was a great end to the Uncharted series and you were satisfied and no longer wish to play an Uncharted game?
I think this actually is good even in that case, right? Because I feel like Uncharted 4 is a great ending to Nathan Drake's story.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really come into play in this game very much.
Yeah, and it
this
shows
really is
that
like a
Naughty Dog
self-contained thing.
Yeah, and it shows that Naughty Dog can explore these larger areas, larger than they've really ever done before, and have it still have that same level of polish. It's pretty incredible.
It really is. I think it's worth checking out, David, even though you think you're done with Uncharted. I'd give this one a try.
We'll see.
You can be like that one crazy person who doesn't like Naughty Dog games anymore, I guess.
No, I love Naughty Dog games. I just want more.
Just not enough to play them. I get it.
I want more new ones.
I also, as David mentioned, played Fortnite Battle Royale, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
And then I just started for Spooky Games Month, playing Until Dawn, which I've been sitting on that game for a while.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So what are you thinking so far, Jinx?
One of you owes the other a Coke.
I don't want a Coke.
Well, that's fine because I think you got jinxed. So, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm still like at the very, very beginning though, like without giving any spoilers away for folks that also haven't played it yet. I played essentially the intro sequence, and then there's at the very beginning there's kind of like this setup before things kind of start to break bad, and I'm like right there on like the precipice before
you first get to like the main set piece, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's about where I'm at right now. So like it's obvious enough that things are about to really start like pushing forward quickly. But I will probably play more of that tomorrow night. But I'm still pretty much at the beginning. But so far it's really fun.
Yeah,
sweet.
And that's it.
I think I'm gonna stream that game since you're already playing it and not streaming it. I'll probably stream that as one of my Spooktober games. All right, I don't know. What are we calling it? Spooky Best Friends?
I don't think we've come to a consensus on it just
Adam
yet.
has decided. I think it's Spooky Best Friends Video Game Sleepover, right?
Yeah.
So we'll call these Spooky Best Streams, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned before, I've been playing almost nothing but Obduction.
Right.
I am neck deep in that game. So there are like 4 worlds, I think, in the game to explore, and I've solved everything in 2 of them, and I just got to the 3rd one. So I would assume I'm about halfway through. But although the first world is huge, it's like really, that's like your main hub world, and so
is that like the deserty looking place?
Yeah, I think that one's the biggest of all of them. As far as like square footage, but also things to do. So yeah, I think I'm getting there though. That game is really awesome. I'm loving it. So
quick question on Abduction. How many FMV scenes are there?
So there are definite.
I think there has to be, right? I was
gonna
gonna make a joke about there not being FMVs. And I was like, there has to be.
Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah. So there are a couple spots where you'll activate like a video screen, and yeah, it's an FMV it's a pre-shot thing with an actor.
That makes me so happy.
Now,
yeah,
isn't there like
totally
an actual like there's a piece of geometry where like a guy's in a jail or something like that, right? Isn't there like in the very beginning, you like walk up to a door and a window slides open and it's FMV in there? Is that right?
Yeah. It's like a vault door kind of, and he opens the slider thing and talks to you through the door.
Yeah.
And it's I want to say it's Rand Miller who plays the character, just like how he played one of the brothers in Myst way back in the day.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I have to play this game.
Yeah, it's really good. So been playing that like crazy, getting pretty far. And we talked about this a little the other day, Mike and I, but he was like, so how does it stack up to The Witness? And I was saying, like, I don't feel like I'm quite as obsessed with this game as I was over The Witness. Like, if you guys remember, I was like taking pictures of puzzles on my phone and then using like the photo editing mode to try to solve them in my Vanpool. You know, like, and so I'm not there yet. With this game, but I'm really loving it. And I think I feel like The Witness, like this game story wise, I'm actually excited to see where it goes. Like there's a lot of cool environmental storytelling that's taken place so far, and I'm curious to see kind of where it leads.
And The Witness didn't really have like a story, is that right?
Yeah, and The Witness was more like a David Lynch type thing where it sets up this cool mystery and you think it's going to go somewhere, but it just like never pays off. Or
gotcha, yeah.
at least it never pays off in a way that I understand. So
yeah, that sounds like David Lynch to me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So anyway, but yeah, so Obduction, and then also my son got Splatoon 2 for his birthday. Yeah, so we started playing that one.
Yeah, that game looks real cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. The only thing I was bummed about, because the Wii U version of Splatoon has split screen couch co-op.
Oh.
And so you can go versus, or I think you can team up. But anyway, yeah, we would do versus all the time in that, and on Splatoon 2, for whatever reason, they have no split screen mode.
At all?
So,
not even like in multiplayer?
No.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just we just have to trade off and play online.
I wonder why they removed that.
Maybe they wanted to up the graphical fidelity, or
maybe they wanted
compromise.
you to have two switches somehow.
They're like, oh, you want split screen? Just get another Switch.
Easy.
Yeah, no problem.
Jinx.
They have been getting
Stop
easier. Just like word of mouth, they have been getting easier to find. Like a couple friends of mine have found them now and bought them, and so Switches are getting less rare. So that's good.
They've supposedly been on shelves everywhere like this past week, so that's really cool.
Yeah,
nice.
So, and that's about it.
That's about it. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's our show.
That's our show. Thanks for listening,
show,
everyone.
So let's nip on into the super best friends. Oh, pardon me. The spooky best friends fortnightly news wrap up.
What is this? Why are you doing? What are you trying to give it a new name? What are you doing here?
Yeah, that's the name.
No,
the spooky best friends.
No, it's never been the name. We all know the name is the news.
All right. And remember, you can submit news stories for discussion on the show at our subreddit at sbfvgs.reddit.com. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's take a little peek-see here.
Okay.
Who's this? David J. Tate character who submitted this one.
Oh, I believe that would be
sounding guy.
Yeah, he sounds real handsome, whoever he is.
So, and single.
Oh, he's
ladies.
If any single ladies out there, just at me. You can slide into my DMs if you want. It's fine.
So, Ars Technica has reported that the Fortnite developers inadvertently proved that cross-console play is possible. So, it's kind of interesting because it's like a lot of people thought it was, even though, companies like this like to throw up a lot of smokescreen about how difficult it is to turn on cross-platform play, but apparently it's a checkbox.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah, how does it accidentally get enabled? It's crazy.
I don't know. I partially think it might have been a publicity stunt, honestly. Like, because they got everyone talking for the
game,
Fortnite.
Which is out now. You can buy access to it if you want.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about Epic, they have Fortnite, and by all accounts is pretty fun, but it wasn't lighting the world on fire. And now, just like a week before they launched their Battle Royale mode, they have this snafu, and all the news outlets are talking about Fortnite suddenly. And then here we go for the very next news story about how the PUBG creators are unhappy with Fortnite Battle Royale, which we'll talk about more later. But they are considering, quote, further action against Epic Games. So,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and they're kind of vague about what that means exactly, but like, can they sue? We don't know. We'll talk about it later though. But
yeah. So moving along, we have for North American Xbox Live owners or subscribers, you will be getting Gone Home for free in October, as well as the Turing Test.
I hear good things. I haven't played that one yet.
And more. Basically there's some 360 games that nobody cares about. So, but yeah, it's Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc, and Medal of Honor Airborne. So yeah, but before these ones expire, you should go and download Forza 5 and Oxenfree on Xbox Live, because those are both fun games.
What else are you played with your son, right, on your first sleepover long night overnight thing? No,
that was Trials.
That's right. Okay,
but yeah, with Forza, we definitely played some of that too. I guess I should have mentioned that. But
whoops.
But yeah, it's a very pretty, very fun racing.
You're
game,
bad.
So. My bad. And then speaking of free stuff, North American PlayStation Plus subscribers are getting Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
It's pretty cool.
For free in October.
I'm so glad I didn't buy that. Like, I wanted to play it when it first came out. No, listen to this. I have a good reason for this. I wanted to buy it when it came out, but all that weird Kojima stuff, like, I didn't want to give.
I get it.
They fired Kojima and then, decided to release the game anyway, and I didn't want to give my money to Konami without Kojima present. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So you guys, David and Mike, you can see this.
Yeah, I can. Adam is holding up a copy of PS4's Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Did you just buy it?
So no, this is. If you can see, it says Day 1 edition.
Day 1 edition.
And if I'm
not mistaken, it appears to be still in its plastic mint box.
So I was thinking, man, I should see if I can return this and get some store credit somewhere.
Yeah, since it's unopened.
Yeah.
Where would you take it to? I mean, if you take it to any reasonable games retailer,
they're
gonna look at this Day 1 edition and be like, "Who are you kidding?"
Yeah,
came out 2 years ago.
You didn't just buy this.
You didn't just buy this.
Right. So that's the thing. It'd have to be. I'd really have to. I'd have to lampoon. I'd have to bamboozle, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'd have to do some bamboozlage to get this thing returned, because I would probably have to take it somewhere like Walmart, where they have kind of a lax return policy.
Adam?
Yeah.
Are you talking about committing a crime?
No.
Crime
I'm giving
of
them merchandise.
Okay. Well, no,
they're giving me store credit. They're not going to give me cash. That's
no,
for
I wasn't
sure.
saying cash. I just thought we could make that a little more exciting than, I'm going to go to Walmart and maybe get a couple of dollars.
Yeah, there we go. A law-abiding citizen.
I was going to insert some Ocean's 11 music here. It's fine. No. Move on.
Also coming to North American PlayStation Plus subscribers, Amnesia Collection.
Yeah, I'm actually going to stream.
You're going to stream those, right?
That's one of mine.
Yeah.
There's 2 games in that collection,
one of
right?
you guys could stream it. And then
maybe. It's not off the table.
Yeah. Is the Dark Descent one of the ones too?
Yeah, so it comes with Amnesia.
Dark Descent and what was it? Machine.
It's okay, so there's 2 full games, but one of them has an expansion. So it's Amnesia: The Dark Descent plus the expansion that came out the next year, Amnesia Justine, and then the 2013 sequel, Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs.
Yeah, there you go.
So
you get all of those?
So you get all 3 of those, as well as Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, plus PS3 Hustle Kings and Monster Jam Battlegrounds. Don't know what that is.
No one cares about either of those.
Yeah. Hue for the PlayStation Vita, the greatest console of all time.
Me?
Hue.
Me.
And Skyforce Anniversary, which I have no idea. So But yeah, so I'm pretty pleased. I mean, Gone Home's a great game. I'm definitely interested to play the Turing tests on Xbox One. It's another first-person puzzler, so maybe I'll wrap up Obduction, jump right into that one. Yeah. Never play Zelda. Who needs
ever play Zelda?
No, I gotta play it cool. But yeah,
this is cool.
I gotta play it cool with the puzzle games. You can't just do one after another. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
So this is cool. Assassin's Creed. Well, I use the word "cool" in finger quotes. So Assassin's Creed Origins is getting a no combat mode next year.
I actually think this is really cool.
Now, what does this mean?
Okay, so basically, they are adding something, and I haven't really seen anything like this. So I mean, it is innovative. It remains to be seen if it's actually something that people want to do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, basically you go into the game world. Nobody tries to kill you. You walk around and you look at stuff. Oh. And you learn historical facts and things about life in ancient Egypt and all this kind of stuff.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
It is. So the idea is you go into like an area where like they do modification. And not only will it pop up like text about that, but there's like narrated sequences, like as if you were going through like an exhibit and you had like one of those guided audio tours. Assassin's Creed 2 was the Assassin's Creed that I kind of lost myself in, and I like beat it all. I played it all the way through to the end. The only one I beat, and part of that is because I love ancient Rome so much, and so I found myself wishing I could just kind of do that. Like whenever I'd find a new building that I remembered from like my art history classes or whatever, I would like stop and like read everything I could, climb all around it, like get a good look at it. But then all these pesky fights would keep getting in my way. And so, yeah, like this and ancient Egypt is another one of the ancient civilizations I'm kind of obsessed with. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this mode. I think it sounds super cool. That mode won't be out till next year.
Yeah. So I'll wait until next year then to get the game.
And more than likely because it is that kind of, it's a free roaming, but it's a free roaming of the existing game area. So I think they're worried that if you jump in that mode first, you will basically just be able to get access to all these areas and you maybe spoil some content for yourself. Mm-hmm. But so the game will come out first, proper, and then they'll do an update next year that introduces this mode.
And they say it's going to be a free update, so that's pretty cool.
And I could see my sister like letting her 11-year-old son, he's probably not old enough to like stab people with a sword, but like let him walk around in ancient Egypt and like look at all the different, that's cool.
No, I like it.
I'm in. Yeah. I'm into it.
I think that I will not do this, but I think that it's also possible that I could turn my son loose in it and say, all right, you're homeschooled. This is now school.
Yeah, exactly.
You're learning history
that's
stuff.
The dream. When I was quote unquote homeschooled, I'm like, why can't I just play video games for homeschool? That'd be awesome.
It's edutainment. I think really what I think this is, I think the Assassin's Creed developers just got sick of doing all this historical research with no one ever seeing like most of it. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is a sad day.
Oh.
The next news story here.
Oh, I know about this one.
It has been confirmed that Mario has been abusing Yoshi.
Let's get the.
What are we talking about?
Let's get the context, okay?
Just let your mind sizzle on that.
I
don't
think sizzling on abuse is where my mind wants to be right now.
So Nintendo has confirmed that Mario was originally punching Yoshi to get him to shoot his tongue out.
Ouch.
In the original
in Super Mario World.
Yeah.
No, absolutely he was. Yeah, for sure.
And people had speculated like, dang, it looks like he's punching him. No, he can't be punching him. That's crazy, right?
Surely not.
But 100% he was punching Yoshi for all those every last piece of fruit that you made Yoshi eat. Man. It was force fed to him.
But here's the thing, that the most tragic
physical abuse, David.
The most tragic part is Yoshi kind of has a smile on his face the whole time. He's enjoying. He's a
masochist.
He's got the Stockholm.
Yeah.
He's a masochist. He enjoys the pain.
Oh, poor Yoshi. I'm sorry,
yes.
Yoshi.
I didn't know. Yes, Mistress Mario.
What?
What?
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So next in the story, the new Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer has confirmed that Red Dead 2 is a prequel.
I'm super excited about this. I think this is really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't really remember the story in Red Dead Redemption 1, so that's cool.
So
okay,
in the first game, yeah, you go for it.
Truth time.
Yeah.
Did you guys beat that game?
Nope.
No.
You're both fired from this podcast. How dare you?
I played several hours into it, and I played a bunch of the multiplayer. Actually, had a blast doing it,
co-op?
and then the co-op stuff. Yeah, we did that together.
Yeah,
on the
and Ashley
the PS
too,
Trace.
I think, friend of the show.
Yeah, and I think maybe Nick Wagoner.
Possibly.
The Wagoner.
The Wagoner, yes. That he fit right in Red Dead Redemption.
I think that's what his name was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct.
But yeah, so good times. Loved Red Dead. Did not beat it. So
yeah,
but
no, I didn't beat it either.
I remember in the story was that he plays John Marston, of course, who has I want to say he's like tracked down by federal agents, and he's being he's got something that's being leveraged against him, so he has to go hunt down his old gang, his old posse.
Mm-hmm.
And so this new game is that old posse. You're like, you play as the leader of said posse.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And it looks really good from the trailer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
it does
it'll
look
be
good.
amazing, and you guys will play a bunch of it, but never beat that one either.
Yeah, for sure.
I've not beaten a single Rockstar game ever, I think. I don't think maybe I beat Grand Theft Auto 4. No, I didn't. I didn't beat Grand Theft Auto 4. I haven't beaten a single Rockstar game. So.
The only one I've ever beaten is Grand Theft Auto 3.
All right, well, there you have it.
What about Vice City?
Nope, didn't beat it.
What about LA Noire?
Did not beat it. Did not beat 4. Did not beat San Andreas. Did not beat 5.
There's like a green eggs and ham story in here somewhere. I'm looking for it desperately.
You look so disappointed though, Mike. That's the thing.
I am disappointed. It's really crazy.
Those games are just way too dense. I get in, I have some fun, and I get out.
Or maybe we're too dense, Adam, for never beating them.
Aw, that hurts my feelings, David.
I hurt my own feelings. It's fine.
All right, are you guys ready for the tweets?
I think so. We're at the tweets, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I know.
It's time for tweets. Tweet time.
We're there, and we have some of them.
We do have some.
Pulling them up now.
Okay, I was wondering if Mike was ever going to get around to it, but that's good.
I
We
mean-
were kind of stalling, waiting for you to be
Oh.
ready.
No, I thought you were doing like a cool intro bit.
Oh, okay. Sure, that's what we were doing.
so-
Yeah.
A little
While
song, and,
while
little
we're
song
waiting.
and dance before the event.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, you can follow the show at SBFVGS Podcast.
Oh my gosh.
On Twitter. There you
Yeah.
go.
No, that's good. We got to get these plugs in.
It's probably the best way to keep in touch with us. Keep your finger on the pulse.
Yeah, that's true. But when you put it there and say it like that, it sounds like we're an NPR show.
SBFVGS is run on contributions from generous listeners like you. No, we don't get any money.
Yeah.
That's a lie. But
Supported by Viking Cruises.
Oh, okay.
Michael,
Mike.
Yeah.
it's your thing.
You want me to read it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's your
Okay.
thing. What part of your thing do you not understand?
Mike, it's your thing. Do
my
what you
thing.
want to do.
All right. Here we go. John Layola wrote in and said, with the Switch getting third-party AAA games from Bethesda, which game would you guys like to see ported to the Switch next? So we talked about this a little bit last episode. Obviously, Skyrim was announced forever ago.
Yes.
And then now Doom and Wolfenstein are coming to the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So is there another franchise that's out there that you would like to see get ported to the Switch?
So it's interesting that Doom and Wolfenstein are coming to the Switch. Primarily, because this goes back to id Tech 5. Remember when id Tech 5 came out, and it was designed from the ground up to be highly scalable. And so we got games like Rage on the PS3, and they still looked really good, and then but also looked incredible on PC. So it just shows kind of that they've maintained that that kind of philosophy with id Tech 6. And so they're able to drop these games down to 30 frames a second, drop the resolution down, basically put everything at minimum specs, comparatively for like the PC version, and have it run on the Switch, which is super cool. You got a mobile version of Doom, coming your way.
And from what I've heard, like people have played it in handheld mode, and they're like, it's Doom on a Switch. Like, it looks good. They don't look at it and be like, oh yeah, this looks like a step down. Like, I'm sure it is a step down, but it looks good is what is like the whole point. So that's cool.
I mean, it's not going to be as much of a step down, I think, as probably something like Borderlands 2 on the Vita.
Yeah.
Because they had to
a little rough.
Yeah, they had to like cut out like people falling down on the ground when they died. They just had to explode into little bits of blood, like you're playing an old light gun shooter in the arcade.
Jib 'em.
They're all jibs all the time.
Or gibbed. That's that GIF argument all over again. So, jibbed or gibbed.
Started by Barry Gibbs.
Barry Gibbs of the Bee Gees.
That's sad. What games you got for me?
I tell you what, Mike.
What do you tell us?
For you?
This is the solid gold right here.
All right, I'll take the reins here. So, I think because of the portability of the Switch, I would like to see I'd like to see some more kind of RPGs, especially cooperative ones. I know that doesn't really work great in a portable sense.
Yeah,
I don't know how that
tough
would work,
because
but things like Diablo 3 or like Divinity, things like that, I think would be pretty fun to see on the Switch.
Diablo 3 could work because you could probably play the campaign. I mean, you have to be online as of right now, but I'm sure they could make a version where you don't have to be online to play the campaign, and then you can hop online when you're on Wi-Fi to play with people either near you or online or whatever. Blizzard would probably have to rewrite a little bit of how the online services work, though, because Diablo 3 doesn't work unless you're on the internet. So
only on PC. You can play offline if you're on console.
Oh, okay. So never mind then. They wouldn't have to rework it.
Yeah, because I remember specifically that being an issue with the PC, especially when Diablo first came out. People were playing it in hardcore mode and getting upset because they had to be online, and the servers would lag just long enough to get them killed and their characters deleted forever. Yep. And then when they announced the console version, that was not going to be a requirement. So people were a little jealous.
Yeah. So actually,
of the superior console versions of
that's
games.
a very good point. Diablo 3, I'm on board. I'm on board for Diablo 3. I love it.
But you'd have to be online
that's a good one.
for the cooperative part of it.
Yeah.
But even then, I still like soloing Diablo 3, so that'd be a fun game for me.
Yeah. Man,
okay, so this is what I
answer.
want. This is what I want them to do. Give me the Mass Effect collection. Mass Effect Trilogy collection on the Switch.
I like this.
That would be awesome. I would love to play through Mass Effect 3 on my Switch.
Yeah, you might actually finish it.
I might actually finish it.
Oh my goodness, I love this idea.
Because, I mean, I've got the collection sitting here. I don't want to play it on my PS3. I want to throw that PS3 in the garbage is what I want to do. I want to play it on my Switch.
Yeah?
So.
Yeah. I like it. And plus the games are a generation old, so that wouldn't be very hard to...
No, it would probably work pretty well.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I still don't have an answer to this.
Okay, we'll move on then.
I originally thought Destiny would be fun to play on the Switch because, I could just be anywhere and hop on and do a couple bounties or whatever and then hop off. But the problem is it's online. And so if you're like on the subway, that's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to hop on. So I don't know. I have no idea of I don't play a lot of single player games anymore.
Yeah.
Like PUBG, no, that won't work. I have no idea.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd like to continue to see
Samus Returns.
Yes, that's exactly the right answer.
There you go.
That's my answer. That's what I got.
All right, I like it. It's a good one. Judge Greg wrote in, and I think this is a great one. Are we seriously expected to pay upwards of $300 for an Atari console without any persuasive selling point? Now, I guess we didn't talk about this in the news.
No, we didn't.
No,
but
because they finally announced the price point, right?
Yeah, they finally announced the price point and an Indiegogo campaign that will kick off this fall.
What's the Indiegogo for?
To help fund the creation of the console.
Yep. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think that's probably more for them to figure out, should we bother? Is anyone interested in this?
Well, I think the moment somebody suggested we should fund this on Indiegogo, that was a good indication that no, we shouldn't do this. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, to be fair, there's plenty of games that got kickstarted when part of the funding that was coming from other publishers was kind of contingent on this thing funding on Kickstarter.
I have less of a problem with, and I actually have no problem with games being funded on like Kickstarter or Indiegogo or things like that. Mm-hmm. These kind of individual projects, but a platform, like it's essentially a Steam box. It's a little $300 PC that runs Linux and has some old Atari games on it. Like, to me, that's not worth $300 on its own, and especially not when, to my knowledge, they haven't announced any partnerships. So there's no guarantee that this thing works with Steam or with any other vendors at this stage.
Yeah, there's no guarantee.
So how you're going to get other games on this thing, I don't know.
They've alluded to the fact that you could you could like get down into the OS level, which is Linux, and install and like use third-party what did they call them? Ecosystems or something like that. So they implied that you could like use Linux Steam games, but they didn't outright say it.
I just don't know why you would bother. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I guess if you just wanted a box, I mean, okay, here's the thing though. Like, if you're gonna sit there and hack this thing and put a bunch of ROMs on it, which is what everyone's thinking, right?
Right.
Then you could easily just hack your NES Classic that you got for $50, or you can easily hack your Super NES Classic, or you can get a Raspberry Pi for $35.
$35
and do the same thing. So there's literally no compelling reason to buy this thing.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like when they first announced it, I'm like, oh, cool. It's like the Atari version of the NES Classic. But
and that would have made sense to me. I could wrap my head around it and totally get it. Right.
Yeah, if it was like $40, maybe I'd get one. Yeah, sure.
Maybe. I don't remember liking many of the Atari games that were available.
They're not going to hold up super great anymore.
If I could play like Space Invaders and Pitfall and Berserk, then
you can play way better versions of those games than the Atari versions that in collections that already exist for consoles today.
Yeah, didn't Pitfall come out on NES? I feel like it did.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it did.
It probably did. Or what if this Atari box allows me to play all those classic Atari Jaguar games?
Oh, all those classic ones, yeah.
Like Alien vs. Predator. The only good game on that console.
Was it even good? I don't remember. Was that a good
game? What was it like?
Yeah, I can't remember. It was very pixely. I can't remember much.
Okay.
All right, yeah, it sounds like a great game.
It was good, though. It was fun.
NTFTT Pod wrote in and said, Pokken is Pokemon plus Tekken, and it's amazing. What other games and game mechanic mashups would you like to see?
Oof, that's a really good question.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
Pokken is really fun. We had that on the Wii U, and I don't really want to rebuy everything that I already bought on the Wii U on the Switch, but man, the Switch is way more fun to play than the Wii U.
Yeah, it's amazing how much better it is.
They kind of got me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, gameplay mashups. That's really tricky.
Yeah,
it's so tricky. Well, we already have that. I was gonna say like a Mario fighting game, but that's Super Smash Brothers. What about okay?
And we got like an XCOM and Mario mashup. So
yeah, that's true. I have an idea. So Bungie, when they released Halo Reach, they included a space combat level. Which was pretty cool. It was a pretty fresh level. Like, no one was doing space combat at the time. It was a rare form. So I would like to see some space combat come to Destiny 2. Like do like in a DLC have a couple, maybe like, so in Destiny 1 they had like a Sparrow racing event that was like a multiplayer event where you would like race on your little like flying motorcycles basically. So what about in Destiny 2 we have space combat. I don't know what you would call it, but space combat mode where you like are competing for the best ship or something, you know? That'd be kind of fun. I'm kind of, that'd be a nice little distraction in that game. So
Okay.
That's mine, I think.
My answer is I want to see someone mash up No Man's Sky with a dating sim.
Okay. Okay, so randomly generated love interests.
You basically, you have a randomly generated internet or universe, and you fly around the galaxy looking for aliens to romance.
Is that why you're trying to get to the center of the galaxy?
Like Captain Kirk.
Like the perfect match?
Now, is the center of the galaxy in this case, is it like starting a family? Is that...
Center of the galaxy is waifu.
Okay. Okay, waifu. Got it. I like it. How about you, Mike?
I don't have one.
What? You asked us the question. You asked
I did, right. That was my job, and you guys provide the answers.
Mike.
That's how this works.
Michael, the audience wants to know.
Man, I don't know. I didn't think of one, okay? I had a really busy day.
I didn't think of one either. I came up with mine off the top of my head.
Yeah, well, okay, you're smarter than me, David.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think I came up with No Man's Waifu?
I don't know.
That's all. That's the top of my.
All right, Mike. What are your two favorite things?
Dome.
You love Batman.
Yeah,
I do love Batman.
And what's your second favorite thing?
Well, you're talking about some
dancing.
sort of
a Batman dancing.
Okay,
game.
hold on. Yes,
I think we already have that on our YouTube channel, David.
Well, yeah, you could do that in
a little
the PSVR
bit, right?
game.
Oh man, yeah. Now we're cooking. I do like this idea a lot. Like, what if
it could be called "Dancing All the Dark Night"?
What if we got like another version of Just Dance, but it was just full of those like 60s Batman dances?
Oh my gosh, the Batusi?
Yeah, we bring this Batusi back like hardcore style.
The Batusi. Oh man, that I would buy that game.
Yep.
That's
we
genius.
figured it out, Mike. I used your brain and helped you come up with an answer that was really good. So
yeah,
that's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get through these. Joseph Grimm wrote in and said, "Is there any pressure in having the best podcast on planet Earth?"
Oh
man, this is tough because I wouldn't know.
Well,
I see what you did there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mike, but yeah, when you have the best podcast in the entire world, there's really no pressure because you know that nothing else is gonna touch it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nothing's gonna come close.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the only pressure is just to keep it exactly where it is and don't try to improve because they'll get too good and everyone will go into shock. You know what I mean?
That's true. But the question is then how do I get onto Car Talk?
I don't know what that is. What's Car Talk?
It was number one on iTunes for like an insane amount of time. It might still be
for like a million years.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, didn't help in that at all. So, I would say, Joseph, that's very nice of you, and thank you.
Yeah. Well, a sweetheart of a man.
Okay, so there is actually a good way to answer this, and that's with another question.
Oh.
Fed wrote in and said, "What kind of games would Arnie and Christopher Walken like to play?"
Oh no.
Well, lucky thing here.
Yeah,
and it's a freak thing. Arnie just happened to stop by over here a few minutes. He's still here.
Yeah.
He's rooting through the fridge.
Yeah. Christopher Walken is over here too. He's sitting in my living room right now.
Why don't we get him?
I'm so jealous that you guys have all these celebrity friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I live in New York. He's a New Yorker. What can I say?
Yeah, fair enough, man. Yeah. I get it.
And I'm from California, so that's how I'm here all the time.
Bo, I'm from New York. Oh man.
It's an incredible. It's an honor to talk to you, Mr. Walken.
Oh, I'm a big fan of your movies. They're so good.
I'm dying.
Hercules in New York, best movie.
Well, thank you very much. You know, my only problem with it is they dub over my voice, and so it sounds like, "Hi, I'm Hercules," instead of my own wonderful voice. It's so stupid.
Oh, I just got to cut in here. Yeah, you're right, Arnold.
No, you can call him Hercules if you want
I
to.
call you Hercules. You're right.
It's okay. I don't mind it.
But there is a version of that movie where you can hear your original dialogue too, though.
The best version.
Yeah, it is.
It's the Arnie cut.
I love that. I love that version. Like, are you feeling okay, Christopher Walken? You're sounding a little bit sick. I'm good, baby. Let's go.
It's okay. You sound great. Anyways,
So happy to have both of you on. Like, so it is a games podcast, and the folks are curious what kind of games you guys like to play.
I mostly play mind games in Total Recall, my excellent movie.
Okay.
Have you heard of my movie Total Recall?
Oh my
have
gosh,
heard of
it's one of my
that.
favorites.
Yeah, that's good.
But what about Christopher Walken?
Well, yeah, let's get it back. Oh, man.
Is it a funny game? Is it like humorous? Because I get that too. I like funny
Can't
games.
Get it off my tongue. Too busy laughing. Oh,
That's
by
all
the way,
right.
this is the best worst Christopher Walken. That's what we call this.
That's a weird thing to say to Christopher while he's in your home.
it's kinda rude.
kind of rude.
It does.
It seems rude to me.
Now I say David. I mean, I know David. You're a very important part of the podcast, but I do kind of need David to step aside and let Christopher Walken take me to Flavor Country.
I agree, David.
I like the really scary games, ones that make my hair stand up. Oh man! Oh, boom! I don't know. Christopher Walken's having a real off night, guys.
Now, Christopher Walken, have you ever played any MMOs?
I got no time for that. I got movies to make.
What about the hit MMO WoW? Do you play this WoW game?
Wow! Boom! Wow! No, you know, actually,
Okay, well,
I have
is
Owen
that
over
a
here. I have
yes
Owen
or a
Wilson
no?
over here. Why don't you ask him what his favorite game is?
I'm sorry. I was busy laughing. What did you say?
Owen Wilson's here.
Oh man, it's like a
Yeah.
celebrity sleepover.
Yeah. Owen Wilson.
It's really cool.
What's your favorite game, Owen Wilson? Wow. There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Chris.
Well,
it sounded
anyways,
it sounded like Christopher Walken had
everybody
never
out
heard
of my way.
Yeah.
So here's what I've been playing.
Okay.
I like older games, like my number one favorite, Space Harrier. And also,
yeah.
I love Area 51
Also very good.
Yeah.
and Space Harrier.
Those are both great classic arcade games. I'm
They're
with
all
you
very
100%.
Also, Area 51.
Yes.
Those are all very good. By the way, Christopher Walken had to go. I'm sorry, guys. He was having a really off night.
He did seem like he was winded. I mean, maybe there's a lot
Yeah.
of stairs up to your place.
Christopher Walken can't talk for very long, or he really starts to break down. So,
Oh, man.
so that's what happened there. And
He
Owen
does-
Wilson
yeah.
can only really say one word. So, Owen Wilson, would you like to say one more thing? Wow. Yeah. See, that's all he can say.
Okay.
So, anyways, I got to go now. I have to get back to my my hydrogen powered Humvee. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. But go, run, go, get to Arnie's corner.
See,
Thanks,
Arnold.
Arnie.
Oh man, it's so great having
see
you
ya.
on. It's
Thanks.
really a bummer about Christopher Walken. Like, I had a lot of high hopes for that, and tonight he just wasn't. He just wasn't.
You know, it's
showing
fine.
up.
Like, yeah, he's over sleepover. He's not there to perform.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, no one can be on
Yeah.
100% time. I get it.
No, lifting the curtain a little bit. Sometimes I can talk more as Christopher Walken, but then other times I can't.
David, that doesn't make any sense. We're on video. I saw Christopher Walken.
Yeah. We saw it with our own 2 eyes.
And I was imagining the version of him from a Sleepy Hollow with the hair, like when he still had his head on, but like he looks super spooky.
Like while you're looking at him.
Yeah. I can't not see that when I'm thinking.
No,
about
I know.
it.
I totally get that too. Yeah.
All right, so let's move along.
Yes, please. Okay,
this is the dumbest podcast.
It really. Oh gosh, it's so stupid, but
so good. I hope none of my neighbors heard that.
Let's end this. We gotta end this segment. We're killing it. It's done. Let's close this out with a game.
Oh,
I got a message from the Origami Killer tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Let me read this to you. Gentlemen, it's been a long time. It's about time for a truth or dare challenge, don't you think?
Oh,
I mean,
the rules.
This is very spooky.
I was doing okay without them, but I guess we have to avoid the killer.
David?
Yeah.
The rules have changed.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
1, you must choose truth or dare first. Before hearing either choice. None of this, let's hear the truth first and then decide nonsense from last time.
Oh, we displeased the killer.
Yeah, I hadn't played Truth or Dare in so long that I completely disregarded the actual rules.
Yep.
Yes, you did. Number 2, there is no backup dare. If you choose dare, it's your honor on the line. Then and there.
Oh my gosh.
That said, I'm going to open the envelope here. That has
Jason.
You each received a separate envelope with somebody's truth or dare in it.
Yes.
Jason.
So okay, I'm opening the envelope and it looks like I have David's. Envelope. David, do you choose truth or dare?
Oh my gosh.
I will not do
dare.
I will never do a dare, so I'm picking truth.
I'm David.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? The official rules do state that you cannot always pick truth.
Do they? I don't think it says that.
I didn't hear that in the rule.
I literally just read the rules out loud, and I don't think it said that.
That was not part of them.
This is on Wikipedia, and we all know Wikipedia cannot be questioned.
Everyone knows that the real rules to games are on Urban Dictionary. So
everyone knows that, Adam.
Okay.
Okay. So David.
Yeah.
What did you choose? You chose dare.
I chose dare.
Okay.
Oh my
David
gosh.
took a dare. I'm excited about this.
I'm very excited.
David, your dare is to actually go finish Breath of the Wild.
I didn't pick dare though.
You just told me you picked dare.
No,
we heard
truth.
it. It's all recorded.
I just said, David, you picked dare like 5 times in a row, and you said yes.
Yeah, but you heard me pick truth. You heard me say I would never pick dare, so I was just I was thinking in my head, there's no way I'm hearing this right.
David.
No, you said it on the podcast here.
I said I will never pick dare.
David, it's recorded and everyone heard it.
And then you picked dare.
No, I didn't say I picked dare. I said I picked truth.
Oh my gosh.
I said yes a couple times, but I didn't say I picked dare.
So David,
I picked truth.
You picked truth.
Yes.
Now you already heard the dare.
I think you're putting
So David,
here's
the rules.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
You heard the rules, David. You are putting Jason's life at risk. He's in a storm drain somewhere.
I don't have time to beat Zelda when I'm playing Destiny 2, so I have to
you definitely 100% heard the dare then. Okay. I just want to make sure we understand who's lying. So that's fine. I'll let you take truth, but I am going to text the Origami Killer back and let her know that you cheated.
I didn't cheat on purpose, Mike. You made me totally cheat.
Cheated. I didn't make you do anything.
you started picking
if
dare
there's
for
one
me.
thing I cannot do is make people do things they don't want to do.
You picked dare for me, even though I said I would never pick dare.
Okay. That's not the way it's on tape, I don't think, but
it is how it is on tape. I said I will never pick dare, and then you tricked me while I was busy setting something up. You 100% tricked me. I think you're a minion of this Origami Killer.
You can't prove that. Okay, David, choose truth with big giant quotation marks. What is the most amount you've... Oh, okay, this is the part where Mike has to read things, and that never goes well. It's truth. What is the most amount of money you've ever spent on a single game or game-related item?
Ooh.
So I'm going to include in this to elaborate how much money you spent purchasing a game, whether you purchased it multiple times, and microtransactions.
What about a computer?
And DLCs and all that nonsense, David. I want to know the dirt.
What about my computer that I just recently built?
No, that's not a game.
Because that's going to be used for many, many games.
Right.
But it's gaming related.
It's gaming related, but it doesn't have quite the same shame around it that
okay.
Spending so much money in a single game.
It's probably Overwatch.
Okay. How much money, David?
So far, it's Overwatch. And I bought it twice on PC and PS4.
For full price?
Yeah, oh yeah. Wait, no, PC was $40.
Okay.
So $100
So
right
$100.
there.
Whoa, you didn't pick it up on Xbox? Cheapskate.
No, I didn't. So then I probably bought I feel like I put another $60 into loot boxes on PS4.
So you're up almost around $200.
Yeah.
For Overwatch.
And then I think I put another 20 in on loot boxes on PC.
Oh, okay. So 200 bones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. I was a whale with that game.
All right.
Yep.
So
the remaining envelopes are in your guys' hands. I don't know what any of the other.
Yeah, I think I guess I'll go since you had my question.
Yeah,
Adam, I'm not going to trick you into picking the thing you don't want to pick, like Mike did.
Oh my gosh.
So I have your truth or dare, Adam.
I feel like if I pick dare, I'm going to be challenged to do something that I don't have time to do. It's going to be like play 40 hours of Destiny 2.
Well, I'm gonna slightly bend the rules here a little bit and let you know that it's not something. It wouldn't take very long.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me the dare.
You want the dare?
Give me the dare.
Okay. I'm going to need you to go voice over a 10-second clip of one of David's live streams and do all the sound effects yourself.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So 10 seconds. See, that wouldn't take you very long. It might take you like an hour or two.
Yeah.
So
not too bad.
Yeah. I can't wait to see this video.
I can do the music and I'll be like pew 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 pew.
Yes. Oh, that would be so cool. You should do it of the stream that Mike and I did of
Fortnite?
Of Fortnite, and you could do both of our voices too. Yeah. In that little clip.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Done. Consider it done, Origami.
Nice.
All right. So, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
The reckoning is upon us.
So it seems.
Truth or dare?
I'm an open book, Adam. Give me truth.
You are not an open book.
I
You're a
am.
deceitful book. You're a lying book.
This is where the Origami Killer twists the knife.
Okay.
Because hidden in that truth is a would you rather?
Oh, no!
Diabolical. So would you rather...
Holy smokes.
Would you rather force Insomniac or Rocksteady to close down?
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay. So I don't want either of them to close down. And that's what makes the choice really hard, right? I love both these studios.
Yeah.
That said, I did already get my Batman games out of Rocksteady.
You did already get your sweet
I got my sweet Batman games.
Yeah.
And Insomniac, Sophie's over there working on my Spider-Man game.
Yeah, what are you going to put Sophie out of business?
I can't do that to Sophie Brennan. Like, she's making my Spider-Man game, and I need that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so
you're
going to come back when it's coming out and tell us more about it.
I mean, yeah, Rocksteady's got to close down. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And I'm with you on that one. I mean, you can't send poor Sophie back to Scotland.
No.
They didn't even have Chipotle in Scotland. Maybe. I actually don't know.
They
Sophie,
probably do.
Sophie, do they have Chipotle in Scotland?
Maybe not.
I don't know. I guess I could Google it, but I won't. I'll wait to get my answer later.
In person. Yeah.
I'll tweet at her.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Is that all the tweets? We haven't.
What?
We haven't done the community question, right?
Oh my gosh, you're right. We have a community question. That's a thing we have.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. Man, this is my segment. I'm really bad at it.
And I had to abbreviate it when I tweeted it as ComQuest. Get it?
Oh.
Get it?
Hey, that's sort of. Wait, what's the quest part?
I don't get it.
Question.
Oh.
And the com is community. Get it?
Oh, that's really... I like it. It's like, you're saying both of them, but really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I get it.
I don't. I mean, you shortened those 2 words, but there's not. Okay. Anyway. So with the Vita 2 reportedly not in development, do you think anyone else will step up to battle the Nintendo Switch? And since we went so long on Twitter questions, we got a ton of really cool responses. I want to hear what you guys have to say on this one.
What? That's not the community.
No, we're not the community.
We're gonna get there, but I want that lingering in the back of your minds, so you don't have the options that you're gonna wax poetic for 15 minutes on this topic, because we still have. I always go the opposite way, and then this takes forever.
Okay. So, Mike, let me tell you a story.
Yeah, tell me, regale
me. So, when the Vita came out and changed my life, as you know, I was a Vita evangelist. I told you about it. I told everyone about it. I still play my Vita all the time. Mostly now to remote play Obduction from my bed. Sure, but that's neither here nor there. But and also like when I was out of town, I was polishing off Horizon Zero Dawn trophies on my Vita, remote play style. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. However, now Nintendo's come out. They got the Switch. It's great. You can play. You don't need a remote. You don't have to have like super good internet. You don't have to worry about lag. It's right there on the device.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. They managed to thread.
Chris Walken came back.
Yeah, they managed to run the gauntlet right between the home console and the portable console. And they gave us both, and it's a wonderful thing. And I feel like Sony is the only ones that were really in the position to put up a mobile console fight.
Sure.
And with them backing out, I mean, it's just like
I think it would be fair and 100% accurate to say if there were no Vita, there'd be no Switch.
I don't think that's fair or accurate.
I think that's the only conclusion. No,
I don't think you can
draw.
credit the Switch. The Vita is not like the Switch.
Don't be wrong, David. It's not as good as the Vita. But I mean, if there wasn't a Vita, there would have never been a Switch.
So the Nintendo had this high bar to shoot for, right? And they're like, of course, we're never going to get there. The Vita, it's unattainable.
Right. But we have to go a little bit of a different direction.
But we can get close, maybe.
Right.
So... I mean, but really, you could say that Shuhei Yoshida created the Switch.
Guys, if you're listening at home and wondering how I'm not reacting to this, I've learned not to feed the trolls.
I think you could not. You could say that. I think you would say that as well.
You can think what you'd like, Mike.
So... But yeah, my take on it is that if Sony's not battling them in the mobile console space, then nobody is.
No, Adam, let me run this by you.
I don't see Microsoft putting out a mobile console.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
I mean, unless
Microsoft, no.
What if Sega did though?
No, they won't.
Game Gear, the new Game Gear HD. You heard it here first.
Hear me out on this one.
Okay.
What if the Vita 2, quote unquote, is quote unquote reportedly not in development? Is it possible this is a big shell game from Sony to cover up people getting a little too close to the new Vita coming out?
That sounds like
they don't want anyone stealing the thunder.
Now,
we can't have
just
these,
on this last
episode,
leaks. Just the last episode of this show, you were busting Reggie for saying things that weren't true. But it's okay if Sony says things that aren't true. Is that what you're saying?
I ain't afraid of no Reggie.
I think I wouldn't say they're saying things that aren't true.
Oh, okay.
I think it's strategic marketing.
It's alternate fact.
How is it marketing to lie about something that everyone wants?
Because then everyone's
look at the David Jaffe.
They're like, oh man, there's never going to be a Vita, and then when there is another Vita,
they lose their minds.
It's even better if there was just another Vita because you thought it would never happen.
Okay, so Sony has done this before. David Jaffe.
Yeah, remember, David Jaffe.
Like, there's no way I'm ever making another Twisted Metal game ever.
Mm-hmm. And certainly not going to be at E3 to announce it, and then he totally was.
Yeah, exactly.
And how was the reception? Were they happy that he said that and did that?
Yeah, people were pretty excited about that, I think.
Yeah?
He threw them off the scent.
Yeah.
He threw them off the scent.
I remember being like, why
You know
did
why?
he do that?
Because everyone loves a surprise.
I guess, but I don't like
Surprise
being
parties
lied
make
to.
the best parties.
But I don't like being lied to.
But what if it was to give you a sweet surprise party?
Yeah, what if they're like,
I don't
hey,
like that.
David, we need you to come home
I hate surprise
precisely at
parties.
8:30, and we're certainly not throwing you a surprise party.
Right.
Yeah, I hate surprise parties.
And then that way, when you show up, you're completely caught unawares.
I say I hate surprise parties,
But that's a lie. We all know it.
but my 18th birthday party was pretty amazing, and that was a surprise to me.
Yeah,
Adam, you were
uh-huh.
there
Yeah?
So
at Chuck E. Cheese.
I watched you be, oh my gosh, yeah, at Chuck E. Cheese.
wait, hold on.
I forgot about that.
My 18th birthday party was at Chuck E. Cheese. I had no idea. My parents set the whole thing up.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
how would you predict such a thing?
Yeah.
I know.
We have little Lydia who's turning 3 and David who's turning 18.
That was the most amazing. That was the best
And then
possible
we had to do the
MC.
hokey pokey.
And all I'm saying is your parents throwing you a surprise party at Chuck E. Cheese is perhaps exactly what Sony's doing at the Vita 2 announcement.
Yeah, you didn't dislike
If
your
you
parents
couldn't rule
for
out
it.
an 18th birthday surprise party at Chuck E. Cheese, I don't think you can then rule out Vita 2 being announced at some further date without just being a complete hypocrite.
Oh my gosh. I hate you sometimes, but I also love you.
I still,
And also-
I still wish they would just make a PS4 mobile.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the Vita 3. It just plays PS4 games. It's 720.
In my plan
Yeah,
of
that's what I would like.
my plan of us not waxing poetic on that didn't
Yeah,
work
we
out so
totally
good.
did. We waxed
Yeah.
so much poetic.
Yeah.
We did.
All the poetic was
All
waxed.
the poet. Yeah.
So from the community, those folks,
Mhm.
those
Yeah, all
lovely
those
folks.
guys.
John Robania wrote in and said, as the status quo currently is, I'd say nah. The other big two are doing just fine with their current business models. And I would agree, right? They're selling consoles like crazy, Xbox and PlayStation, which is exactly what they want you to think before Vita 2 comes out. Just keep that in mind. Anthony Rossi wrote in, does anyone care enough outside the Vita and Switch? All other handhelds are mobile devices. So, and you'd be right, because some people would be like, oh no, there's a 3DS or 2DS. No, you're right. There are no other handhelds. Not ones that matter.
I mean, the 3DS does have the best Metroid game of the last 15 to 20
Yes,
years.
it has the best, worst looking Metroid game of the last several years.
It's not. No, it's the best looking one. It's not the worst.
Not
Of
possible.
the last 20 years, yes, it's the best looking Metroid game because the other ones were on the Wii. It is.
No, Other M probably looks better than this.
No, it doesn't. It looks like garbage.
Yeah.
Have
It looks
you?
great.
No, they look like garbage.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fact check.
Okay, you Google that, Adam. Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate McKeever wrote in and said, I don't think we'll see any real kind of competition for a while, at least a generation or two. And he may not be wrong. I can't say when Vita 2 will be announced. So yeah, sure, maybe generation 2, maybe sooner, who knows? Miss Maya wrote in and said, Nintendo's had the handheld market on lockdown for years, so it's tough. Pie in the sky, value out of nowhere with a new IP lineup.
No, not value. Valve.
Oh, Valve. I'm sorry. You're right. I can't
Yeah.
read. Again, we've established I can't read.
Yes.
I'm doing my best.
Value out of nowhere.
I was like, what does that mean? I don't understand. It's an enigma.
No, I would love. Valve is never making anything good ever again, but I would love it. I would
Maybe
love it
not.
if they did.
Certainly not a handheld. That'll never happen. Cam wrote in and wrote, nope, at least not until it's been a few years and it's far too late.
Yeah, he's probably right.
It's never too late to believe in Vita 2. So just, keep your chin up.
What about 10 years from now? Is it too late then?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I will be excited at any moment when they release a Vita 2, and I will buy it. Judge Greg Rodin just wrote no.
I like his. I bet you appreciate his brevity there, huh?
I do. I kind of wish we could somehow integrate that into our podcast.
Channel that, yeah.
Just channel it somehow. But yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
And NTFTT Pod wrote in and said, Nintendo already took up that role by releasing the new Nintendo 2DS. They love splitting and competing with themselves.
That is so true.
It's a
They
very
released
strange
the 2DS
announcement.
after
After
the
the
Switch,
Switch.
came out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard of.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys, I dropped a screenshot of other M
Okay, hold on. Let me switch to my Skype window.
into the email.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, into the email? Oh man.
Yeah.
What are you doing to me?
To me, this definitely looks better than
I don't think
the
it looks
3DS.
better than the 3. It's a higher resolution, but everything else looks worse.
I don't. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it totally looks worse
What?
than
How? It
Metroid.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It looks really good.
No, it looks like it looks like a PS2 game.
All right, I'm going to
Okay.
send another screenshot. This is great radio.
This is
Yeah, this is
lovely
very good
podcast
radio.
where we
I
look at
wish I could find some way to
screenshots.
show
Are you
this.
kidding me?
I actually can't show this on our video thing that we're testing either. So wait, actually maybe I can. Hang on, let's see here.
This is not the time to test.
No, I can't do it.
This is not the time. In the middle of the
In
show?
the middle of the show?
Oh, I got it.
You get that in editing.
Okay, so check out this screenshot I just sent from Samus Returns. It's certainly
Once again, I tried listening to that podcast you told me about, and they just talked about they literally were reading their emails during the podcast and describing screenshots they were looking at in their emails.
Yeah, it's the
What am I
looks
looking
better
at right now?
It does not. It does
What am I
not
looking at
look
right
better.
now?
There's a screenshot of Samus Returns that I just sent through the email.
Okay.
And then compare that to the other M one. I'm not saying other M's a better game.
Is this a Metroid screenshot?
Yes.
It's literally so low resolution and blurry I can't tell.
Okay, that's an exaggeration. It looks. I think it looks better personally.
That's not possible, but okay.
It looks better. It's just lower resolution.
No,
That's
I'll
not
agree
a
with
true
you that
statement,
I'm
but okay.
sure Samus Returns is a better Metroid.
I'm sure it's a
game.
fun game. It's just an ugly game.
Yeah.
It's really not ugly though. You guys, you're not looking at it in motion, and it's fine. It's fine. I don't expect you guys to understand. It's okay.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move along. Let's move along.
All right. Well, that's all the Twitter stuff I have. I mean,
All right.
All right. So is our sponsor Pop-Tarts again this week?
So I'm going to sell you guys a subscription to GameFly.
GameFly. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
So, and I was thinking about maybe signing up for the trial myself,
Really?
Yeah, sure.
and then I somehow I get paid for it. It's a genius plan.
right.
Yeah.
And leading by example.
And
That's very true.
leading by example, go to gameflyoffer.com/SBFVGS. You get a free month of that sweet game rental service. I was thinking maybe I get that Destiny 2, play it a little bit, send it back.
Whoa.
And there you go.
You'll definitely not have enough time to get to the raid, but that's okay.
No, I don't care about the raid. I just want to.
I'm
I'm just gonna play through some story stuff, do some raids. You know,
You won't
a
be able to
raid
do
here,
raids.
a raid here, a raid there. Call it a
ca-
night.
You can't. You won't have time.
Call it a night.
Okay.
Call it a day.
Sure.
You know.
I think it sounds like a solid plan, and I think this is a great opportunity for people to help out their buddy Mike by signing up for something for free,
Yeah.
tossing him a few ducats. Keeps the show running.
GameFlyOffer.com/SBFVGS helps us pay the bills. Helps us keep the lights on around here.
Yeah.
And
At
what we mean by pay the
SBFVGS.
bills, like web hosting for our website, hosting from one of our other sponsors sometimes, Podbean.
Yeah. Podbean hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these things aren't free.
So
No.
we got bills to pay. You know,
Yeah.
we're grown ups.
Solid
Got
gold necklaces
bills.
to buy.
Maybe you, Mike. I don't need any of those though.
I mean, my old grill. I mean, yeah, it's solid gold and iced out to the nines, but you know, it's got some plaque on it. If I'm being honest, you
Right.
know,
It's embarrassing,
I
really.
need a new grill. I can't be wearing that thing in public.
I got my grill. I got my grill when
bear.
gold was the thing, and then they went to diamonds. Are you kidding me?
yeah,
I look like a fool.
Adam,
do.
Look ridiculous.
you can get a new grill. I'll get a new bear. Together we'll have a new bear grill.
that's getting edited out.
Yeah. definitely.
Not in the video version that I'm not going to show anyone.
All right, so let's move on. Once again, you can help support the show by going to gameflyoffer.com/SBFVGS, signing up for that free month of game rentals. You can rent a game that you've been meaning to check out. You can have a good time. You can send it back, get a different game. There's no commitment, you know? You just get in there, and if you love being able to do that, hey, keep that subscription rolling.
Yeah.
Keep that gravy train coming. That's all I'm saying.
There was madness in any direction.
Topic time!
I like
This
how it all got
episode
real
is
quiet.
so long.
It's so long. We got to the topic. I think we will probably blow through this topic pretty quickly because I have a feeling we all agree here.
Probably.
I don't. I disagree with you on that.
Oh, all right. Well, you got the contrarian over here. All right. So, over the past couple days, Mike and I have played some Fortnite Battle Royale, and we've uploaded that video for you guys on our YouTube channel. And our topic is along the lines of this game. Playing the game got me to thinking. So Epic Fortnite's Battle Royale is now available for free for all PS4, Xbox One, Mac, and PC players. They already have like over 1 million players because of the cross-platformness of it all.
And the freeness.
Yes. So PUBG developer Bluehole has gone on record saying they are very disappointed with Epic's decision, not Valve. Epic's decision.
I mean, they're probably disappointed a little bit in Valve too.
I mean, we're all disappointed with Valve, if we're being honest. But Epic's decision to create a game, especially since they're using Epic's own Unreal Engine to develop their game, and have reportedly been working pretty closely with Epic to get maximum performance out of the engine. So in other words, what they're saying is, Epic they've known about this game PUBG since before it was even out, and they've like been working with Bluehole to get this game working on the Unreal Engine because it's not the kind of game that usually runs on Unreal. So the game is very similar to PUBG. We're talking about Fortnite Battle Royale. It's almost a carbon copy, as Mike said in one of our videos, but it does introduce a few new mechanics that actually kind of feel a little unbalanced, a little broken. The building aspect, which is also in the regular Fortnite, is also in the Battle Royale game. But anyway, so my question to you guys is, can a game be too similar? Is it copyright infringement? And is it ethically wrong?
So
Okay.
I think we have a few different. I mean, yeah, I say it's a dirty trick, right? To be working so closely with someone, helping them, and then all the while saying, "Yeah, we're totally gonna steal this idea if it's successful."
Yeah.
Because obviously it came along way too quickly to just be like, "Oh, we should do that. Start from scratch, build a game, and release it." You know, it's like obviously this was going on alongside their support of the game optimization. So that's dirty.
Yeah.
And typically we don't see. I mean, there's always similar games, right? For consoles, for PC. You know, one game everyone borrows from each other and improves and adds new mechanics and stuff. But I think typically you don't see this level of rip-offery.
I like that word,
rip-offery. I mean, except for in the mobile space, right? Like mobile, if you look at the App Store, there's 1 million games that are just like Flappy Bird or just like
Sure.
Threes or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
So usually, you know, it's like this dog pile. Whatever is selling, let's dog pile on that, and maybe we'll get people to accidentally buy our version of it. You know, this feels like, I don't know, this feels a little dirty, but at the same time, I totally downloaded it and I want to play it.
Yeah. It's tough because, you know, I have been playing a lot of PUBG. I played tons of PUBG, like hours and hours, maybe 30 to 40 hours of that game, maybe more actually. And I've been desperate to play it with, you know, Adam, with you, Mike, with Nick Wagner, all of these friends of mine that don't have gigantically powerful gaming rigs. So, you know, I've been patiently waiting for the console version. It's coming to Xbox One first, which isn't ideal because, you know, I only know a couple people that have Xbox One. So
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Oh, you are one of them. And so we were going to play that, and we probably maybe still will. Maybe, probably. But the bummer is
now we got Fortnite for free.
Fortnite is free. It beat PUBG to console. Yep. And it actually kind of looks better than PUBG in terms of graphics, because PUBG, I don't know why, but the game is like huge and gigantic. And even like the most powerful PCs have a hard time playing it at decent frame rates. And it still ends up looking like a PS2 game to get it running smooth enough to be competitive at it. Meanwhile, you have this Fortnite Battle Royale game that runs on PS4 and Xbox One, and you can actually plug a mouse and keyboard into your PS4 and play it with a mouse and keyboard, PUBG style if you really want to. And that's bonkers. And, the game looks better and all that. It's like it's the first version of the game. It's only going to get better from here. So. Yeah.
And it has less of the kind of inventory management stuff, so it's probably more accessible for new players.
It's a little more accessible. The map's a little bit smaller. And there's that new mechanic of like being able to actually build while you're in combat or, in the world or whatever. So there's like an extra little hook to it. So I personally, I'm very torn. I'm torn because PUBG is from the creator of the genre, basically. Like back when DayZ came out, and it had this Battle Royale mod. So DayZ was a mod of Arma, and then the Battle Royale was a mod of DayZ, which was a mod of Arma, which is this crazy convoluted thing. But so this guy, PlayerUnknown, created this mode for DayZ, and then Sony hired him to consult on H1Z1's Battle Royale mode. So this whole time, that's both PlayerUnknown, and then he broke off from Sony when Sony sold the developer of H1Z1. I can't remember their name, but he broke off and created his own development studio in South Korea, and they're the ones making PUBG under his guidance as game director. It's massively successful, multiple, over 1 million people playing at any given moment. But I will probably continue to play Fortnite Battle Royale so that I can play with you guys, and I had fun. I wanted to play more after that first session, and so I'm like so torn. Like I want to be loyal, but I also want to play what I can currently play with you guys. You know what I mean? It's so complicated.
What do you think, Mike?
So I've not played PUBG, but I have watched David's streams of it in his YouTube videos, and so I'm fairly familiar with what the game looks like and how it plays and its mechanics. And the second we hopped into our first match of Fortnite Battle Royale, I was like, holy smokes, they stole it. They just straight up ripped it off. It's the exact same thing. And I get that, I get that they may have added sort of their slight spin on it, but that spin is so slight that I can only imagine that their defense of being accused, did you straight up just steal this? It's like tantamount to the Vanilla Ice defense, right? Like,
It's not the same.
There's a little bit of change.
There's an extra done.
Yeah,
there's
a little bit of change. It's not the same.
Yeah.
And that's really what this is, right? It's a carbon copy of exactly, not just a mechanic of that game or the feel of that game or an homage to that game. Like, it is the same exact game. 100 players, last man standing on an island with like a circle, like an electrical field that like closes in every few minutes to force everyone to the middle. You start out with nothing and you scrounge inside these houses for materials. Like, it's the exact same game. They added their building mechanic that they already had as part of Fortnite to it, and I guess that's interesting. And sort of streamline like there's not like armor and backpacks and things like that PUBG has, which makes it simpler to play. But I mean, if you strip away like that, Fortnite has this building mechanic, and the changes they made sort of to inventory management, which I feel are very negligible.
Right.
It's the exact same game. Like, as far as whether or not it's copyright infringement, I don't know enough about copyright to say whether or not it certainly feels like it probably would be. It's certainly not ethical. Like, there's no one who could possibly make the argument that this is ethical. Like, it's
So I think the only way they could prove that it is copyright infringement is if they can go through code and find code that has been like plagiarized. Like this is specifically like Battlegrounds code that has been swiped and thrown into Fortnite. Right. And I don't know. I don't see that being
probably not
something they'll be able to prove because it's running in Epic's engine. So of course there's going to be a lot of code in common, you know? So I don't know. I guess for me, what really stings about this is because, like, think of it this way. If PUBG had come out and made it onto consoles and had this uproarious success that it was poised to have, and then like in a year, the copycats started coming out and Me Too's, you know, the fast follows start coming out. Like, I guess I wouldn't feel as bad about it, but I feel bad because this is the classic example of like big company with a lot of resources, like seeing success in early access on PC for this tiny company, this indie studio. There's money to be made. And we're in a position to really crank this thing out quickly because we know exactly how they're building it. Okay, well, let's put it out on everything right now. And they steal up a bunch of that market that PUBG was poised to grab. And,
And
now PUBG is going to come out on console, and they were kind of the only game in town, or they were going to be. And now they're not. So I get that business is business.
It's almost worse than that, though, right? Because not only are they going to be coming second to console, they're going to be coming out with a $50, $60 game. Well, I don't know what the price point for PUBG is, but I think it's around there.
Well, currently it's $30.
Is it 30?
Okay. 30 for the early access.
So coming out with a $30 game versus somebody who beat them to the punch at the cost of free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do about that, right? Like, how do you justify to customers that say my game is exactly like this other game, but it costs $30 and it's not free, but I was first. It's my idea. Like, let's face it, people who aren't paying attention to the industry don't know and don't care. They just got a cool game for free, and they're gonna play it now.
And to me, the weirdest thing about this whole thing is this game. Fortnite Battle Royale is based and built on another game just called Fortnite that is also going to be free next year. But right now you can pay to access it early, which is weird. But
so when the real game launches, is the Battle Royale then going to cost or have to be rolled into that?
No, because everything's going to be free.
It's going to be supported microtransactions. My suspicion, putting my tinfoil hat back on, is you have this early access game available on consoles and PC, and it costs I think it's $60. Can't remember, or maybe it's 40. I don't remember.
What game? What is
Fortnite? How much does Fortnite cost?
I don't know.
Google it
let's find out.
Anyway,
yeah, I'm googling it.
So it costs real dollars, and that's only for the early access for folks that don't want to wait. So
it is $40.
How could you get more people to potentially buy it? Well, what if you introduced a game mode that was very popular for free, but right there on the main menu is this other mode that you could jump into, but not yet, unless you want to just throw us a couple of bucks. Throw us $40 and you can check out this other mode that's in this game that you're already playing. You may fish out a couple of people that way. So that's my suspicion is they released it now to beat PUBG to the punch on consoles to get people to buy more early access copies of Fortnite.
Yeah. And now you're already invested money-wise too into this game if you do go that extra mile.
Right.
And to circle back around, I don't think anyone's surprised that someone else is coming out with a Battle Royale game. After we saw PUBG blasting, Dota 2 out of the top spot on Steam.
Right.
When when that happened, it's like, oh, well, the writing's on the wall. The clock is ticking. Someone else is going to get make this type of game soon. Like this is now kind of a new genre or a subgenre of the shooter that is here to stay. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that somebody did it. It's just, like I said, it feels dirty that someone did it before the guy who has basically crafted this genre.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah. Like the game isn't out. Like the final version of PUBG is not out yet.
Well, and I guess truth be told, neither is Fortnite, right? I mean,
neither is Fortnite, but in a lot of people's minds, because it's already everywhere, it kind of already is out.
Oh, I agree.
Now, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times, early access games are only available on PC, but this one's everywhere already.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. So, what do you think? Okay, so here's two things. What do you think should happen? And what do you think will happen?
I mean,
I could start if you'd like.
It's really tough, right? Like what should happen, like what would happen in other industries is this would probably go to court. And maybe that's what happens here. And they're really, really similar, but man, I don't know enough about the legal precedent for this to know what kind of leg PUBG has to stand on to really take any legal recourse against Epic. Assuming Epic's not using any of their code, they're just using their Epic Unreal, engine stuff, which they very likely are. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, so you think what you're saying is you think nothing's going to happen except a lot of people are going to play Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people bought PUBG. A lot of people did. So it's not like, it's not like this little company doesn't have any money.
Yeah, they have money.
Do they want to take that money they've earned and now use it,
to try to sue Epic?
And who knows what kind of money sink that goes down. And there's always the risk that you don't win. And now that all that money is just gone. And it's going to be a lot of money. The chances are good that Epic
has better lawyers than Bluehole.
Downright likely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So I mean, this is kind of this has happened before in the games industry
before, and all of this will happen again
many times. Yeah, and like I mentioned, kind of more in the mobile space than usually what we see in consoles. This is very blatant and in your face if you follow games. But this also happened with Minecraft. If you look back. Minecraft ripped off a game called Infiniminer.
No.
Yeah, Infiniminer was the first one, the prototype, and Notch was inspired by that, created Minecraft, and now it's like one of the biggest games of all time. So this kind of thing happens. It's really sad because the creator of Infiniminer was really onto something original, and now is like forgotten to the pages of history.
No way. I've never even heard of this game before.
Yeah. So
it's kind of Minecraft, huh?
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things that unfortunately, like same thing happened with Threes when Threes was not yet on the Android or Google Play market. That other game, 2048, I think it was called, came out, and it was exactly like Threes. Exactly the same game, but just different numbers with a different name. And it was selling like crazy. And then even when Threes officially came over to Google Play, this other game was selling better because people like would see that first when they opened up the game store as like the hot game that everyone's playing,
Right.
So it's one of those things. Like it's the reality of the market. It was Bluepoint really just needed to crank out the console versions and get them out fast when they really started to see all the returns on the PC.
And by the way, it's Bluehole, not Bluepoint.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there's another company called Bluepoint.
It's a worse name
than
Bluepoint.
So anyway, I mean, I think you're right. I think we're probably not going to see much coming of a legal battle with this. I think that I think Epic's going to get away with it scot-free. And then there's going to be more imitators, more different battle royale modes that come out.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of games come out that are like, hey, we also have a battle royale mode.
So I guess I think the only comfort I take is that PUBG has had so much publicity that I think your average gamer has probably heard something about it at this point. Sure. Yeah, people who may not be super tuned in to it may not even know what Fortnite is, right? But they have heard of this PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. They'll see it on Xbox One, hopefully on PS4 after that, and go, oh, I've heard of that, and pick it up.
Yeah.
And so I think it's not all doom and gloom, right? They've made a bunch of money on PC. I think they'll still make money when they bring it to console. It's just a dirty, dirty move by Epic.
I certainly hope they still find a lot of success. I know there's a lot of people that stream PUBG. Polygon has a very popular series.
Awful Squad. So much fun
PUBG.
To watch if you don't watch that. Yeah.
So I think they can still do okay, but yeah, man, it's kind of a scummy situation.
Yeah. So here's what I think is going to happen. So what should have happened is Epic should have been like, you know what, we're going to wait. Fortnite's not even fully released until next year. We'll release our Battle Royale next year after PUBG is done. That's what they should have done, but that's already, it's too late for that already. Right. So what's going to happen is, and I've already watched some streamers that normally stream PUBG playing Fortnite Battle Royale, and they don't like the streamlining. They don't like... They feel like it makes the game easier, maybe too easy, and so they kind of see this as the kiddie version of PUBG.
PUBG Lite.
Yeah, PUBG Lite. So these guys are probably going to keep playing PUBG.
Sure.
Because you don't play PUBG for the graphics. You play it for the intense, exhilarating gameplay. It's still one of the best games I've ever played in terms of generating an emotional response in me. Okay. Fortnite though Fortnite Battle Royale captures some of that. I felt that a little bit when we were playing, Mike. And so I think Fortnite Battle Royale is going to be the thing that people who can't get PUBG, which will be mostly PS4 players by the end of this year, will continue to play, and there will continue to be a community around that. But then yeah, and so I think that's what's going to happen. There'll be the hardcore PUBG players, and then the I really like this game, but I'm not very good Fortnite Battle Royale players. And there'll be good players in Fortnite Battle Royale, but the pros, quote unquote, will be playing PUBG.
Okay.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen.
All right.
So there you go.
Success. Well, there you have it. There you have it. I think we've wrapped this one up with a bow. Yeah. Another successful one in the can, boys.
We did it, guys.
Yeah.
We sounded like we knew we were talking about one more Fortnite.
All right, you guys, end of the show plugs for men, women, and AI. You can keep up with us at SBFVGS.com, where you can find links to our episodes, our social media, YouTube, merch, and more. If you get a chance, leave us an iTunes review or support the show by signing up for a Gamefly trial at gameflyoffer.com/SBFVGS. Very special thanks to Eric Kruger for our podcast logo and his handsome, handsome face.
Oh, I stole your thing, Mike. I'm sorry.
His face is really handsome.
It is.
Stereo.
Sometimes it affects me too.
And remember, you can follow the podcast on Twitter at SBFVGS Podcast. I'm on there, Barry White, BURYWITE. Mike is Taco Douglas. David is David J. Tate. You can check those Twitter profiles for PSN, Xbox Live, Switch info if you want to play some games with us, and be our friend. And that's all the time, you guys. That is all the time we have for Spooky Best Friends Video Game Sleepover episode 79. Thank you for listening. We'll be back every 2 weeks with an exact carbon copy of someone else's popular thing and more talk on gaming. Hit us up with your questions, topics, or musings if you want to be part of the show. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.